Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LPL matchup.
Gets to really suffer on the isolated 1 versus 1.
Yeah, loses out of the 1v1, but then loses 2 whole minion waves, and the wave is pushing away from him now as well.
And summoners.
Really, oh no, the stun Decisive denies the crash down. Taiguin immediately flashed after from On. He's looking for a cash in, 100 stacks with his name written all over them. That's Draven all over.
Yeah, taking this reset advantage, the reset timer, through that IG bolt lane to try and take down that dragon real quickly. Grab one for themselves and probably stay towards the top side of the map. You mentioned Juice. Juice on this particular matchup, in-game. Great rotation right here from Nani. Straight towards the bottom of the map, getting that first tower with the remaining tower platings as well as RNG. Oh, Juice?
Juice pulled underneath the tower as Minino, the hop gets him out to safety. He is thanking his lucky stars that there was a minion wave there. 5 grubs for RNG. Looks like Geju will call it at that. Doesn't want to get caught out by Vampire. Taiguin trying to threaten though. Actually dives towards On, but whiffs the engage there. Depth charge comes on through. The True Shot Barrage gets a bit of damage, but Geju now has been baited into the play, and On will execute him. Juice now next on the chopping block. Dodges away from the Fate Seal, but that's all he'll dodge away from. Huanfeng is caught up. I feel like they're going in one by one. XCZ trying to find YSKM, but the shield comes through, and Nani now chasing him. And again, another player that has overextended to try and find something in this totally doomed team fight. XCZ under the tower. Nani finishes the job, and On goes down.
XCZ with the snipe. On was tanking the tower this entire time, and deep into this place the team fight has already started, but he's only a mini-nar. He ends up taking so much hurt through On, and Nani, hold on.
Oh no, GLFS is found. He goes for just goes for his crumb, basically. That was his only crime. Geju punishes. RNG now stuck in a really awkward spot. The True Shot Barrage is huge damage from Huanfeng, and maybe Geju survives after all. Nani trying to finish off the enemy jungler, and he will be able to do so. 1 for 1 here, but I guess GLFS already went down, so positive for RNG.
Such a scrappy game already. Both of these teams are willing to fight to the death. Tangyuan right here still looking. He's not gonna take that X plus forward. Level 7 to level 10.
Big damage on it. He's just gonna die underneath the tower. Nice little dive from RNG. YSKM TP'd in, but he can't go for a 1v3 there. And RNG, I mean, after that last fight where they all kind of went in 1 by 1 and died, now shouldn't they go in 1 by 1 and get kills? It's working.
But why are we fighting much? There is such a potent item early on because it gives you so many different stats that having the same spike on 3 champions. Because I earlier talked about the Cork in the Edge building Mana Moon and Trinity Force, but also the Gnar building the Trinity Force early on. RNG could definitely look to capitalize on such a small but very important spike right here, Vampire.
Vampire caught out, thought he was closer to GLFS, but he was not. Geju with some big damage there, but Tangyuan maybe goes down to the passive as the stun comes through. GLFS and True Shot Barrage is there, but Juice solo himself on trying to get that damage out, but not enough to trade 2. And again, just these fights come out. Played. This is real men's League of Legends right here. Yeah, this is all over the place, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Axes go in. At any time players go near each other, I'm scared of the engage, and rightly so, because Vampire looked for the hook. Herald down in the mid lane now.
Who's driving it?
Magnet Storm can absolutely ruin a Herald. And there we go, Tangyuan just dives at the Herald, trades his life for the enemy support. An interesting engage. I don't really know what to make of it. The spike comes down onto the Herald. I guess it denies the push onto the tier 1. And in the meantime, Juice is taking a tier 2. Okay, I take it back. It was a great engage from Taiguin. He saves the tower in the mid lane and sets up for Juice to grab another tower elsewhere.
700 Gs in Juice's pocket as well. 2.3 thousand gold up. That was the exact same case for game number 2. He couldn't quite carry that one. However, right here, he's been set up for success, same as XZZ onto this Corki. Now finishing his mana, I mean YSKM.
Juice is mini for now, but he's about to go mega. And that is a scary prospect. YSKM realizes he can't keep chasing. There was 5 players sent to the top side for that. You could see every single...
All this was happening, and while all 5 members were committed to the top side for IG, Tangyuan has sneaked into the bolt quadrant of GLFS's jungle, put down a bunch of vision for RNG. Disappear in just 10 or 12 seconds. Once you put down those seeds, you stay around long enough, you spring about 4 to 5 seeds, you ult them up to get them stronger. YSKM with the flank right here, and RNG could be in trouble.
Vampire managed to find the hook on Tangyuan. That's him gone. Juice just turning Mega. But realistically, 4v5, is that a fight RNG wants? You've still got a hell of a wombo combo if you can find multiple targets with the Gnar ultimate, with the Zyra ultimate, but in fact, actually, no, Strangleforce was
plants around to start the Baron. There's only one at a time. However, IG are expecting the resets to come through.
Yeah, that's why it's genius. There's no real chance of a Baron here. So who would start the Baron? RNG, that's who. How can they know what we're doing if we don't know what we're doing? RNG grabbed themselves the Baron. It's actually a legit good call from them as Tangyuan once again sacrifices himself for the cause.
Having a Baron on a side lane would be a huge threat for IG. Almost a sniper at that on the Dragon as well. It's going to be so point for IG. RNG are just marching forward. They've got only one lane push for now. Juice cannot necessarily go to a side lane. The TPs are being pulled.
Nani looks for it and he finds Hwangfong. Face sealed comes on through as the Stranglethorns are down, but that's a dead Corki and a dead K'Sante to boot. Nani trying to escape. Flash from Hwangfong, but the Q goes wide. And it means IG now retreating to the mid lane. RNG with that Baron looking to pressure.
He's been pinged. YSKM does have the teleport if he wants to flank, but that'll be a long flank. He's doing it.
It's a deep flank here from YSKM. The Narnia flank as he comes racing towards XZZ. Flash away from XZZ. He survives. Hwangfong is stuck in the back of the Krug pit. He flashed to try and kill Nani in the previous fight, and now Nani kills him because he's got no flash. Disaster for Hwangfong.
And this is gonna be it for RNG's Baron buff, unfortunately. He's gonna net them a mid lane tier 2 tower, which is very important. Getting as much vision off of the map as possible, Juice. Juice, you're too close. Juice, you're too close!
Oh no, that's fate sealed for Juice and potentially for RNG, because IG feel like they're starting to get control of this game now, moving up the mid lane. The Baron was a nice play from RNG, but was it enough? I don't think there's going to be much more Tangyuan.
But if you're an LPL fan,
I mean, yeah,
they were pretty fun.
They certainly. I mean, they were pretty fun as an EU fan, honestly. Like watching, even as an EU fan, watching FPX win that final was something to behold. Watching Caps play Pike mid. Oh, hang on, engage in the mid lane. Arndt gets away from it as it's Geju caught up instead. YSKM finds his angle and dives into the backline alongside Nani, looking for XCZ, but falls. The burn is enough, and IG on top of the fight here as Juice trying to kite it back. Hwangfong trying to get the damage out. He's a big Ezreal, but it's not big enough. The axe has cut through him, and Juice barely waddles away.
4 for 2 in favor of IG. And they're gonna be able to grab the soul for themselves. Juice, the only surviving member of RNG.
We're on a similar lead to what's happening up top.
And Geju had to commit his flash right there to get out of trouble, Vampire.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's, yeah, that's not ideal. What a mistake to make. Right,
what's happening with the supports this series, man?
I don't know.
Stop walking forward, guys. Danger, danger, fire, fire.
We are on exactly a kill a minute, so we are reaching our quota for game number 3 between IG and RNG. Attempted flank from Tangyuan. He just takes a massive chunk of damage instead, and then Nani moves over and just finishes the job, whirling death across the team as well. And in he goes. GLFS takes the Baron away, gets an extra. They lose their support, and they get an ace and a Baron for it. What is happening?
IG just won a 4 versus 5 without their primary engage. They picked RNG apart and they're marching down mid lane. This could be end of series.
This has been one of the most ridiculous series I've ever commentated, and I've been commentating a while. IG are going to come out on the top of the pile, but it is very much a pile of bodies at the end of this absolute fist fight. It's been carnage from the start of game number 1 to the end of game number 3. But IG come out on top. The IG 2018 flair comes out from Vampire.
These were the best highlights from today's LPL matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say okay. See you on the next one.